We are back with you now on Wave Listens Live, an important segment to get to here. I've got someone to introduce you here. Off to my left, Juan Lambert is the marketing director for the Park Duvalle Community Health Centers. It's great to see you here, Juan.
Hey, great to be here, Brian. It really is.
We've got a lot that we want to get to, so I want to dive right in and talk about a couple of things here off the bat. Telehealth and digital healthcare. These are innovations that maybe patients are new to, but you guys have really embraced this.
Yeah, we're definitely embracing it. It's different ways to reach our target demographics. And Park Duvalle Community Health Center, underneath the leadership of Dr. Shlonsky J, we're really taking initiative to be more forward thinking as we move through the future, for sure.
If people who are watching us today haven't used the services before, are just hearing about this for the very first time, what are some of those just facts, quick hitting info that you want everybody to know about Park Duvalle?
Park Duvalle, since about 1968, been serving the Louisville, Kentucky community. We have 7 centers, 2 in area high schools, PRP and Central. We have offices out in Taylorsville, Eminence, the Russell community, Newburgh, our offices over in Park Duvalle. We're literally everywhere right now. We preventative care, holistic care, you name it, we do it. Pediatrics, dental, behavioral health. We got pharmacies. Anything that you can get anywhere else, we got it right here with us.
It seems like the last couple of years, healthcare, and obviously going through a pandemic is a big aspect of this, but it seems like people are starting to, and this is a good thing, take charge of their health, or that's at least what we are hoping people are after. Do you guys get more people that are coming to you? You mentioned preventative in there as one of the services you guys offer, that say, hey, I want to make sure that I can get the help I need before I get to a crisis position.
Definitely. That's a skill set. That's where we really hone in and dive in on. And underneath Dr. Jett's leadership, our providers, our PCPs, just our staff in general, we're making sure that the community, regardless of what you need, you can come to Park Duvalle, and we'll make sure that you're taken care of.
You know, in light of kind of what we talked about, knowing that we've been through these public health emergencies, and inevitably there's always something around the corner that we can't predict. Right. How has Park Duvalle kind of worked to be extra prepared and ready in case something like what we went through the last couple of years happens again?
Yeah, we're just doing everything that we can do to stay in front of things. When it's trending, when it's developing, we do our part to make sure that our staff is well alert, put on alert, and make sure that we have the information and the medicine and the care to make sure that the community gets it. So again, underneath Dr. Jett's leadership, we're doing that.
Well, it's good. It's a resource that we need in our community. And speaking of one of those things, I know that mental health comes up a lot.
It definitely does.
Especially here in Louisville. So you guys have those services as well.
Yep.
Let's talk, if people out there are struggling, ways that your organization can help people with mental health.
Yes, our behavioral health department is just wonderful. The entire staff there, especially at our main site on Wilson Avenue, they're attentive. They have the information. They have the resources, the services. Our behavioral health wing is definitely a beautiful sight to see, and I urge anybody in the Louisville community, if you're just needing to have your iron sharpened up, stop by Park Duvalle. We'll take care of you.
Get you going. Another thing that speaking of Louisville, what we need more services for, and where you guys help, is health equity. They released the new report, just came out, and I mean, they can break it down to based on what street, not even just what zip code you live in, but what street you're on will impact your longevity, that how long you'll be here with us. And so how are you guys doing things to address health equity and some of those areas that might need more services than others?
Yes, we see the charge just like the general public sees the charge. And again, Dr. Jett, what he aligns his vision for us to do, we definitely go for those core key demographics, and we make sure that we do our part to make sure that our community is served the way that they need to be served, especially when it comes to preventative care and holistic approaches. So yeah, that's definitely something that we try to stay forward thinking about.
And Dr. Jett's been doing the CEO live talks, right? Yeah. Okay. If people haven't had the privilege of tuning in, what exactly are they? Talk about some of the guests and what our listeners could gain from listening to that.
Man, CEO live talks. We got Fred Reynolds. He's our videographer. I'm the executive producer. Dr. Jett's the executive producer. Every Saturday, right here on Wave 3, Dr. Jett gets other area leaders and CEOs to come on and talk talk about conversations that are critical to our community when we're trying to make our community better. And it's been one heck of a program, and it's been a privilege to see Dr. Jett in these conversation spaces, because you guys see it when it hits TV, but I get to see the behind the scenes, see how he interacts with people. And I've been in media for a long time, over 2 decades. Over 2 decades. So seeing his philosophies on making his guests feel comfortable, it's a sight to see. And it's an amazing program.
It's cool too, because you and I were talking in the commercial break. We've both lived all over, and
all over.
So you see things, especially with healthcare in different communities, the good and the bad.
Yeah.
For you being an executive producer on that, how has your experience been as far as bringing some things that you've learned in other communities here to help our own community in Louisville?
Man, it's just being in this position, especially as executive producer of the TV program, it's teaching me how to be more have more empathy for our community, because a lot of the conversations before the conversations happen in front of me as I'm behind the camera, a lot of these conversations I'm just naive towards. So when I hear these kind of conversations, then I hop on social media and see the exact same conversations speaking in front of me. It gives me another eye to where I can be more empathetic to people in the surrounding and certain demographics across our city.
Well, we hope people will check that out. We got about 30 seconds left, so you're gonna have to be fast on this.
Let's do it.
I want to hit the grocery store plans for the West End community, and then best way to get in contact with Park Duvalle if you need any of these great services we talked about today.
So just a couple months ago, Mackenzie Scott's foundation, Yield Giving, gifted us with $4.8 million. Dr. Jett has plans of bringing a farmer's market to the West End area of town. You know, it's a food desert out that area. So
all that's in that health equity report too.
Yeah, all that's in there. So I'm very excited to be a part of that and see that come to life. But for more information on Park Duvalle, you can visit us online at pdchc.org. Again, that's pdchc.org.
Well, Juan, we thank you for being here today, sharing all this great
I appreciate it. I love being here. I love Wade Through.
Come back anytime.
Yeah, we'll do.
You're welcome here on Wade Listens Live.
All right.
All right, to all of you, stick around with us the rest of today, because we still got one more great segment. It's really exciting to get to have the Louisville Orchestra on here today. If you were paying attention last night, you'll know why, but we'll fill you in after this short break.